What's up, y'all? It's poppin'. It's D. About to react to this impressive vid. It's titled Jeannie Mai says Jeezy cheated on her. And Jeezy's ex-associate exposes Jeezy for lying and cheating. All right, let's get in their business and see what's happening. Let's watch.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Impressive channel. The divorce between Jeannie Mai and Jeezy seems to be getting very messy because now Jeannie Mai is accusing Jeezy of cheating on her. Now, I will say this is an interesting turn of events because Jeezy was the one who filed for divorce from Jeannie. And not only that, he dropped a song called Real Ends Don't Cheat.
Yeah, he was trying to make it seem like she was the cheater.
And he said that he's been cheated on and lied to. He also sat down and did an interview with Long, and he reiterated those same words.
This is my quote: "Real things don't cheat."
You don't think so?
Hell no.
What happens when a man gets to the point where they're just like, okay, I'm filing for divorce?
This has not been an easy journey. I can tell you that I'm saddened. I can tell you that I'm disappointed. I can tell you that I'm uneasy, right? But again, like, God has put me in a different path, and that path is going to entail for me to take care of myself, do what I'm doing.
But did you go to therapy with her?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Right.
So you actually addressed it,
Right.
tried to work through it, tried to do the work, and it just was like not happening.
No.
Well then, you tried.
The way he kind of painted the picture, it just seemed like something so bad happened that there was no going back and their relationship couldn't be worked out. And obviously this led people to believe that maybe Jeannie was the problem because men aren't typically the ones who initiate a divorce.
I hate this for y'all. I hate that y'all hear something and you repeat it over and over again. You regurgitate it. That's the word I'm looking for, I believe. Over and over and over again. You read somebody else say that because I hear this exact statement and said this exact same way. Of course, many different people can have, similar views. I get that. But it's like, no, this is the exact same phrase I keep hearing over and over again. You'll even see that in like the comments and shit. Whenever there's a situation, people are using the exact same phrases that they heard someone else say or see that someone else said the same shit. And now you trying to regurgitate it and like, well, it's because of... Shut up and have an original thought. God damn. And I'm not coming for... I'm not coming for impressive specifically. I'm speaking in general terms because I see this all the time. I'm just like, oh my God, just to see a fucking sheep because men don't. How the fuck you gonna say what men do and don't? Not everybody. Because I fuck with her and I feel like some of y'all be trying to act like I don't like her or that I'm coming for her, and I'm really not. I react to this lady videos all the time. Like, I'm not trying to come for her at all. I actually like hearing what she has to say. But I mean, she do be on some bullshit sometimes when I call it out. But I really do like her videos. But yeah, I'm just speaking in general terms. Think for yourself. Come up with your own thought processes and articulate it in a way that is natural, that comes from you. Stop just repeating phrases that you see over and over again. Sorry, I had to get that out.
It's just not common. Jeezy also claimed that they did have different family values, and it did lead to a lot of conflict in their marriage. And also, it was rumored that Jeannie's family was too involved in their marriage. In fact, it was rumored that her brother and her mother lived in their house. So that could have possibly created some conflict as well. Now, since Jeezy filed for divorce from Jeannie, they have been dealing with some issues in regards to the custody of their daughter, Monaco. The main issue is scheduling conflict. Jeezy has been trying to visit their daughter. However, the scheduling between them has made it difficult, and Jeezy kind of feels like Jeannie is gatekeeping their daughter. So he's been trying to get the courts to step in and really create a time for him to see the daughter. Gatekeeping is such a weird way to explain. They haven't been able to effectively co-parent on their own.
Or to describe somebody keeping your kid from you. Jesus
so
Christ.
They need the courts to step in and really implement this whole joint custody ruling. Now, Jeannie did say that she is willing to share joint custody. However, she believes
I'm so
that
sorry.
she deserved primary physical
that hurted
custody.
so much.
Uh-oh. So it kind of seems like Jeannie was banking on getting full custody and also getting child support. But Jeezy is trying to prevent that from happening. Also, Jeezy is trying to prevent having to pay Jeannie alimony because he did make sure that there was a prenup involved. And Jeannie signed this prenup. However, she's now trying to crack the prenup. And right now, she and her legal team are implying that Jeezy was the one who cheated. This is what was said in the court documents. White further shows the court should enforce paragraph 8 of the prenuptial agreement regarding infidelity, which provides in pertinent part that in the event that either party engages in sexual relations and emotional relationship or is emotional or sexually suggestive in communication with a third party via all forms of electronic communications, including but not limited to texting, sexting, FaceTiming, social media, and or direct messages, shall result in significant financial penalty upon the adulterous party. So it's extremely interesting that Jeannie's lawyers are trying to point this out in her counterclaim. So this definitely leads us to believe that Jeezy was the one who cheated, not her. If she was the one who cheated, she wouldn't point this out, and she definitely wouldn't have the advantage in this situation. But she's now claiming that Jeezy cheated, which is probably the reason why Jeezy was the one who filed for divorce, because maybe he got caught. Maybe he got caught, and he's like, oh snap. If things hit the fan, if things turn left, she's going to try to come after my money. So he decided to file first. And he made sure to emphasize the prenup in his filing. So he's really trying to protect his assets. But Jeannie is like, you're not just going to leave me with our child and expect not to pay up. You're going to have to pay. Now, is Jeannie wrong for doing this? Honestly, I don't think so. Because let's be real. Jeannie was the one who was trying to work on the marriage. If she really wanted to just up and leave and take his money, she would have done that. But she didn't. She wanted to give Jeezy a chance. But it seems to me like Jeezy just didn't want to stay. He probably couldn't put up with Jeannie's attitude because Jeannie did say that she had a bad temper. This came out of her own mouth. And Jeezy doesn't tolerate disrespect like that. He's not like Jeannie's ex-husband, Freddie. He's not going to sit there and be talked to any type of way. So he probably would be the type to not be bothered with anything that inconveniences him. Instead of facing the problems head on, he would be the type to run away from them. One thing I've noticed in that interview that Jeezy did with Nia Long is he emphasized the fact that he puts himself first. He always talks about focusing on himself. Jeezy has been through a lot of trauma in his life. He had people trying to take his life. He witnessed a lot of gun violence growing up. He was touched on as a child.
I'm just trying to take these notes off. 2 days now. Jesus.
There's just a lot of trauma that he dealt with. And it makes him not trust other people. And also it makes him not want to be loyal to other people either. This is why I feel he's always going to look out for himself. And in this situation with Jeannie, he couldn't really handle being married to her. Things got too tough. Things got too uncomfortable. Things got too inconvenient. So he did the only thing he knows how to do, and that's to put himself first. To plainly put it, Jeezy is just selfish. Jeezy is a selfish man, and one of his former employees and former friends actually came out and exposed him. This guy by the name of Clemenza, aka Clem, has been exposing Jeezy because Jeezy double-crossed him. He basically said Jeezy is not loyal to anybody, and he pretty much cheated on all the women that he'd been with. And he confirmed that Jeezy was still in communication with some of his side chicks while he was with Jeannie.
Jeezy, you're not a real nigga. You know why? Because your wife just came out and said you cheated on her. You cheated on her. She said she did not cheat on you. And I believe her because I know you. I know you. And I could probably pick on who you cheated on with her with. Because a few bitches I know you still stay in contact with. I know because they told me. I talked to them. This motherfucking Jeezy filing for divorce is nothing new. This nigga never been loyal to anything. J. Tight Pocket Jenkins never been loyal to a motherfucking thing. His first baby mama. He left her in the hood because he was goddamn tired of eating noodles. I guess. Second baby mama. He left her because I guess he didn't want to eat fufu no more. I guess that's African food, fufu. And the third baby mama, the wife, now he ain't left her. I guess he tired of eating bam shrimp and Korean barbecue. What's going on? I do know what's going on. That ain't never been loyal to shit.
So that's what Clem had to say. And also Clem told a very interesting story
about
Jeezy Mai. Jeezy was engaged to a woman named Mai, and he was very serious about her. She had a business in Atlanta, but she was about to leave and go back home to Ethiopia. But Jeezy wanted her to stay in the States. And Clem said Jeezy put her up in this very nice house, and they ended up having a child together, and they got engaged. And then the engagement ended. And Jeezy quickly moved on to Jeannie, and he pretty much left Mai to raise their daughter by herself. Jeezy ended up having to pay child support to Mai as well, and he tried to make it seem like she was money hungry and crazy and jealous of his relationship with Jeannie, but that wasn't the case. Mai was more upset at the fact that Jeezy not only left her stranded, but also he reneged on the promise to buy her a car because her car got damaged in an accident, and they both made a deal that he would buy her a new car so she could take her daughter to school and get around the city and stuff like that. But he tried to renege on that, and she had to take him to court. But yet he dropped Mai to the side, and he ended up running over to Jeannie Mai, and now he's doing the same thing to Jeannie. He's dropping her to the side, and I wouldn't be surprised if he was moving on to another woman. But Jeezy needs to stop this pattern. He needs to stop this pattern of creating broken homes. He's been out here selling women dreams, impregnating them and leaving them. He needs to stop that. He really needs to heal completely before getting himself into another serious relationship. And also, he needs to stop lying. I think it was very shameless of him to sit down and do an interview with Nia Long and try to get the black female audience on his side. I thought that was a shameless tactic, and he was lying the whole time. He was over here talking about real men don't cheat. That was a lie. And I feel bad for the baby involved. I feel bad for Jeannie and Jeezy's daughter. It sucks that Jeannie and Jeezy couldn't make it work, but there were just too many red flags. And they really had no business being married to each other. They really didn't. And this divorce is going to be very messy. Like, Jeannie is going to make sure Jeezy pays up for leaving her. She's going to really make sure he pays. And I can't say I feel bad for Jeezy because I don't. Because this day was going to come eventually. He was going to F around and find out, and he got the right one. Jeannie is the right one. She's not going to play any games with him, and she's going to make sure she gets compensated for all of the embarrassment he put her through. Anyway, tell what y'all think about this.
I'm just over this story, to be honest. I figured I would get like a last update. A few people told me to watch this, so here you go. But all in all, I'm just tired of hearing about them. Even if they cheated, okay. People cheat every day. Relationships end every day. Marriages end every day. Like, all right, let's move along. But, you know, we don't know what happened. So I'm not going to sit here and say this man needs healing or he needs to do this, this, and that. Because I don't know this man. I don't know this nigga at all. So I'm not going to sit up here and act like I'm, you know, a relationship expert or that I'm a therapist and I can see that he needs to heal from within. I'm not going to do all that personally. But, I mean, sure, that he's claiming that she cheated, or he's implying and insinuating that she has cheated, but she's outright saying, no, he's the cheater. So, who knows? Maybe they both cheated. I don't know who's telling the truth, but at this point, I don't care, and I would just like to move on. So, I'm closing the chapter on them. Y'all let me know what y'all think, though. Let me know what other videos you want me to watch, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!